Hello friends. Welcome back again on the Consistency in Science YouTube channel. And today we are continuing our lecture and starting our new chapter of making of the Constitution. In the previous lectures, I have told you about the company rule, the acts or the charter acts that came after every 20 years. And then after the Sepoy Mutiny of 1857, then comes the rule of direct crown. So that particular period is known as crown rule, in which we have seen the act of 1858 where the political system has been changed. क्या क्या हुआ था अगर आपको याद है तो yes, a new post secretary of the state has been enacted with advisory council of 15 members. Who is this secretary of the state? The cabinet member of UK parliament. Who was the first secretary of the state? Lord Stanley. So these are the tiny prelim facts. तो ये आप पूरे लक्ष्मीकांत में देखते रहिएगा. Then comes 1861, then 1892, then 1909, the Morley Minto reforms, Montfort reform 1919. Then comes the famous act of Government of India Act 1935, and lastly Indian Independence Act of 1947. In 1947 we got our independence, and not thereafter, but at the eve of the independence itself, we started to prepare to constitute a committee which is known as Constituent Assembly. And the fate of the making of the constitution lies in the hands of this Constituent Assembly. So today we are going to discuss about making of our constitution. In the previous classes I have told you that a communist named M.N. Roy demanded for the first time the idea of constitution of a Constituent Assembly in 1934. In 1935 the Indian National Congress (INC) officially demanded for the constitution of the Constituent Assembly, which the Britishers accepted in 1940. And why does these Britishers accepted this particular idea in 1940 only? Yes, connected to the world affairs. World affairs कैसे? In 1939 the World War II has been initiated. तो ब्रिटिशर्स को चाहिए थी इंडिया की थोड़ी सी हेल्प तो क्या, दे वांटेड इंडिया टू कम इन द लीग ऑफ द एक्सिस नॉट अलाइड फोर्सेस. अब मैं भूल गया हूँ, थोड़ी वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री देख लेना. एक्सिस से अलाइड बेसिकली यूके यूएसए इन सब के ग्रुप में. सो एज अ क्या बोलते हैं आप, वो थोड़ी सी नहीं होता, थोड़ा सा उंगली दे दो फिर बाद में हाथ दे दो, तो ऐसा होता है. तो क्या हुआ, ब्रिटिशर्स ने हमें थोड़ा सा ब्रेड का पीस दे दिया कि लो, वी हैव एक्सेप्टेड द आइडिया ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली. देन इन 1946 केम द कैबिनेट मिशन प्लान. 3-member body, Stafford Cripps, A.V. Alexander and one more. So these 3 members came to India, and thus the aftermath of this is the passing of cabinet mission plan. There are various prelims related question in this whole class. So under this act the constitution of the Constituent Assembly has been solemnized. It is a 3-member body. Now in November 1946 the Constituent Assembly came into being. This particular Constituent Assembly was partly nominated plus partly elected. These elections were indirect. Before partition, this Constituent Assembly contains 389 members, of which some are nominated and some are elected, that too indirectly. These nominated are princely states. So as you all know, in the British India there were generally 3 kind of provinces. One, are the Rajwadas or princely states. The other ones are administrative control of some lieutenant or superintendent of police, and the third one directly under the British control. तो ऐसे 3 provinces थे. So from the Rajwadas came the nominated princes. From the British India came the elected persons. But after partition, only 299 remained in the Constituent Assembly. More factual questions regarding prelims. First thing is, the voting method is single transferable vote, single transferable vote system, and proportional representation. Proportional representation through single transferable voting system. The second is Mahatma Gandhi ji was not a part of it. ये भी अच्छे से याद रखना. The voting is divided as per the population of a given area, and to trap you, the examiners will give here area. So in the previous year also, this is my strategy of studying, that you have to know the answer to the question, as well as you shall know what is the trap in that question. So the trap in this particular question, if there is a prelims question about the Constituent Assembly, so it is a high possibility that the examiner will replace the word population with area. So you ought to know what an examiner can set a trap for you. तो एरिया नहीं है, पॉपुलेशन है. समझ में आए? The seats were divided into general, Sikhs and Muslims. So what can be trap here? Yes, the dominant group Hindus. So ये Hindus word कहीं लिखा नहीं था. So this is the trap here. Now in the previous class I had told you the Constituent Assembly took almost 3 years. To be specific, 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. कैसे याद करोगे? 2, 11, 18 तो आपको याद करने ही पड़ेंगे, पर ये देखिए असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में चल रहा है. 2, 11, 18, तो ऐसे आप याद कर सकते हैं, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. और भी बहुत कुछ फैक्ट है. 64 lakhs खर्च हुए. एलिफेंट वॉज द एम्बलम ऑफ द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एडवाइज़र कौन था? BN राव. दिस BN राव, बेनेगल नामाराव ऐसा करके था कुछ नाम. दिस बेनेगल राव वॉज द सेम पर्सन हु गॉट इलेक्टेड इन द International Courts of Justice. So in a separate chapter in the economy, when you study the International Court of Justice, which is a body of the United Nations, you will study there 4 to 5 Indian judges who went to serve the ICJ. So in that particular list you will find the first name BN Rao and the latest name of Dalveer Bhandari. तो आप वो देख लेना. So this constitutional advisor BN Rao is the same person who acts as the judge in the ICJ. तो ऐसे थोड़ा कनेक्ट कर लेना. Now in November 1946 this particular assembly has been made in India. The first meeting was held on 9th of December. After 2 days, 11th of December. After 2 days, 13th of December. These two were the meeting, and this is the first session. In the session, the administrative working took place. So these are just meetings. So in the first meeting, temporary president has been chosen, Sachidanand Sinha. I think सही है, यही नाम है, Sachidanand Sinha. Actually, this S-worded letters came in our history, political history, many number of times. Like in 1909 Act, the first member who got nominated in the एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल ऑफ वॉइसराय वाज सत्येंद्र प्रसाद सिन्हा, तो वो एक सिन्हा थे। एक ये सच्चिदानंद सिन्हा है, तो ऐसे से याद करना पड़ेगा आपको। टेम्परेरी प्रेसिडेंट सच्चिदानंद सिन्हा। सेकंड 11 दिसंबर द सेकंड मीटिंग, द परमानेंट प्रेसिडेंट कौन थे? अवर फर्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट राजेंद्र प्रसाद। यहाँ ट्रैप क्या दे सकते हैं? JLN दे सकते हैं, जवाहरलाल नेहरू। 13 दिसंबर द फर्स्ट सेशन, JLN जवाहरलाल नेहरू put forward the objective resolution on 13 December 1946 which get unanimously accepted after approximately 1 month। तो ये आपको याद रखना है। The development of this objective resolution in the future will be in the form of the preamble। तो DPSP जो है for those who have studied polity, जो हमारे पास DPSP है डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी, वो किसका अपडेटेड वर्जन है? यस, इन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया 1935 देयर इज अ लिस्ट कॉल्ड इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस टू द गवर्नर जनरल, सॉरी टू द देन वाइसरॉय, इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस। तो वो दिए हुए थे, उसी का मॉडिफाइड फॉर्म है हमारा DPSP। JLN put objective resolution which get unanimously passed in approximately 1 month. So this was the whole journey, and in the previous class I have told you this particular constitution has been put forward in the Constituent Assembly as a bill. This constitution bill has been passed on 26th of November 1949. So that's why this is the day of the enactment of constitution. A bill goes through the legislative process. At the end of the legislative process, if it is passed, means the law has been enacted, the bill has been enacted, thus it becomes a law. So the constitution as a bill has been enacted on 26th November 1949. That's why we call this date enactment of the constitution. But when is the commencement of the constitution? It is 26th January 1950. Why the delay of 2 to 3 months? Yes, to commemorate a historical event of क्या था? पूर्ण स्वराज in 1930। सेशन कौन सा था? लाहौर सेशन ऑफ 1929। नदी कौन सी थी? रावी रिवर। तो ये सब आपको पता होना चाहिए। इसके बाद देर आर वेरियस थिंग्स that are accomplished by this Constituent Assembly. What are these things? See, in 1949, this Constituent Assembly has ratified our membership to Commonwealth. These Commonwealth nations are formally the adda of British Kingdom. ठीक है? But if in prelims a statement has been made that all Commonwealth nations are part of the British Kingdom once upon a time, so it is an incorrect statement. Now some which are members of the Commonwealth were historically not part of United Kingdom. तो ये आपको याद रखना है, ठीक है? कॉमनवेल्थ में दे दी। देन 22 July 1947 we adopted our flag. 24 January 1950 we adopted our song, anthem and our president. You see here 22 July 1947, it means 15 अगस्त से पहले ही, before we got independence, we have adopted our national flag. And this particular thing become very much important because in 2021 the emblem of India was very much in the controversy. So you ought to know the date of adoption of our national emblem and what are the characteristics of those national emblem. उसका origin क्या है, उसके origin का जो king है उसके बारे में थोड़ी डिटेल्स. तो ऐसे go into the deep. Then 24 January 1950, just before the Republic Day, हमने सॉन्ग अडॉप्ट किया, एंथम अडॉप्ट किया, प्रेसिडेंट अडॉप्ट किया. ठीक है. नाउ देयर कैन बी अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मेंस क्वेश्चन हेयर. एक और आपके पास प्रीलिम्स का फैक्ट आ सकता है. डज कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली रिप्रेजेंट्स ऑल सेक्शंस ऑफ द सोसाइटी ऑफ द इंडियन सोसाइटी? इट इज़ ट्रू और फॉल्स? यस, इट इज़ करेक्ट. तो ये याद रखना, ये ऑल को देख के आप ये मत सोचना ये स्टेटमेंट गलत है, एक्सट्रीम है. सो यस, कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली इंडीड रिप्रेजेंट ऑल द सेक्शंस ऑफ द सोसाइटी. उसमें वुमेन थी, यस उसमें वुमेन भी थी, आपको ये भी ध्यान रखना चाहिए. बट मोहनदास करमचंद गांधी वॉज नॉट द पार्ट ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ देयर कैन बी अ नाउ देयर कैन बी अ क्वेश्चन बेस्ड ऑन मेंस. देखिए प्रीलिम्स के फैक्ट तो बहुत कुछ है एंड वी हैव टू स्टडी ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स. चाहे आप नज़र के सामने से एक बार निकाल ही लो, बट वी हैव टू स्टडी. अब मैं इसमें 3-4 और फैक्ट्स बता सकता हूँ. वेन एवर दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली विल मीट एज अ लेजिस्लेटिव बॉडी, देन हु विल प्रिसाइड? G.V. Mavlankar, our first speaker. But is this the first Indian speaker to be presided on the post of speaker? No, that was in 1925 Vittal Y. J. Patel. So that is a previous year question also, PYQ also. Whenever Constituent Assembly will meet as a constitution making body, तब कौन था उधर? राजेंद्र प्रसाद. क्यों? क्योंकि वो परमानेंट प्रेसिडेंट थे. तो दीज आर स्मॉल थिंग्स. और भी ऐसे बहुत सारे प्रीलिम्स फैक्ट हैं, बट वो आपको लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ के ही पता चलेगा. यस, यहाँ क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं? आई हैव स्टडीड 2 to 3 बुक्स एंड नोट्स. सो जो लक्ष्मीकांत में नहीं दिया है वो तो मैं पर्टिकुलरली यहाँ एम्फेसिस करूँगा ही. ठीक है, जो मेरे नोट्स में भी लिखा हुआ है सब. नाउ मेंस क्वेश्चन कैन बी फॉर्म फ्रॉम हियर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, the story that I have been telling you since the inception of this class, that please discuss the making of Indian Constitution. And the second part of this question can be, this is only one question, please discuss, please तो क्यों बोलेंगे वो, discuss the making of our constitution. Is the work of Constituent Assembly was up to the point? Critically evaluate. So such kind of question or somewhat on these lines can be asked by you. So you have to evaluate the role of Constituent Assembly. Now the pros that you can write, yes, it had made our constitution बहुत ही minutely. 11 सेशंस हुए, 13 कमिटीज़ आई इसमें. Then when the constitution has been enacted, we have our preamble, our constitution, 395 articles, ये सारी चीज़ें. अच्छा, एक और प्रीलिम फैक्ट सुन लीजिए. The preamble was enacted after the whole constitution, not before, but after the whole constitution. But if you open the constitutional book, then it is on the front page. तो ये भी आपको पता होना चाहिए. सो प्रोज में आप लिख सकते हैं कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली हैज़ अ ड्यूअल रोल. फर्स्टली आई हैव टोल्ड यू, वेन एवर इट विल मीट एज अ लेजिस्लेटिव हाउस, देन G.V. Mavlankar will preside and do his legislative work. But whenever it will act as a constitution making group, then who will preside? The Rajendra Prasad will preside. Then second, membership को कॉमनवेल्थ की हमने लिया. Then adoption of our flag, national anthem, our national song, then our election of our first president. So all these things have been done by our Constituent Assembly. Also you can say that it represents all the sections of our society, so that is also pros. But in cons, see, One committee of this Constituent Assembly was known as Drafting Committee, to which the modern Manu or B.R. Ambedkar was head. So this drafting committee was ironically called the Drifting Committee. ड्रिफ्ट करे जा रही है भाई ये. American Constitution took only 4 months to complete its journey towards its completion. But I have told you almost 3 years has been dedicated to our Indian Constitution making. So that's why this drafting committee is also known as Drifting Committee. Second is there is a dominance of congressmen. Not the US congressman, but only Congress party. There is a dominance of the Congress party. In fact, once upon a time, a famous Britishers said that Congress is India and India is Congress. तो वो लाइन आप यहाँ लिख सकते हैं. The third thing is it is not sovereign. Why? Because I have told you the Constituent Assembly was made after the cabinet mission plan. So this cabinet mission plan has been passed as a bill or has been enacted in the UK's parliament. तो यूके में पार्लियामेंट ने ये कैबिनेट मिशन बिल पास किया, उसके बाद इंडिया को बोला ठीक है अब हमने पास कर दिया अब आप बना लो. सो द पावर डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली, sorry, the power given to this constituent assembly has been derived from the cabinet mission plan. It means India is not a sovereign country, or constituent assembly is not a sovereign authority itself. Why? Because there is another higher superior authority known as UK parliament. तभी तो उसने जब बिल पास किया तो हमारे पास पावर आई बनाने की. So it is not sovereign. Then fourth one is there is a dominance of political and legal luminaries. You can see in today's parliament most of the parliamentarians have not studied up to class 12th, but at that particular time in 1949 there was a dominance of political as well as legal persons in our constitution, in our constituent assembly. That's why this beautiful book known as Constitution came into being. इतने अच्छे अच्छे दिमाग थे उस टाइम, तभी तो ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अभी तक चल रहा है. और ऐसा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाया जो बस देखने में ही सुंदर नहीं है, उसकी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में भी वो अभी तक कारगर है. नहीं तो अभी तक हम पाकिस्तान जैसे, नेपाल जैसे, श्रीलंका जैसे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लिखते ही रहते. अंडरस्टूड? So by quoting such things, you can critically evaluate the said main question. तो आज की क्लास यहीं तक रखते हैं. In the next class, we will be dwelling more into the constitutional framework. We will be discussing the characteristics or salient features of our Indian Constitution. तब तक के लिए, if you are gaining from this content, please like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel. तब तक के लिए goodbye, जय हिंद.